Greetings world. I'm here with Ramon.
How you doing?
I'm David. And we're here at the Aztec Coffee and Game stream. And today we're going to talk about Infinity. In fact, the 3rd edition and its quick start rules. The demo pack, what it contains, and the challenges therein. And we're going to come back after a break and show a based product and play a little bit through the rules.
Sounds good.
So, your first impressions when you opened the demo pack?
Now I'm going to preface this with I had never done any kind of figure building or my only experience with figures were the pre-painted D&D ones. So I'm just going to take a few out here. But building the figures, again, I didn't know what I was doing. So, all I knew was that you needed super glue, and Dave had told me to trim off the excess metal with like a pocket knife or something. So it was difficult. It took me like a good 3 hours to get them all built, with some difficulties.
Very cool. It looks like they had multi-positionable arms.
Yes.
And different weapons.
Yeah, so the only ones that are solid pieces are that one and this one. The rest all came with like the arms were off, or like this guy you had to put both arms on and then one arm connected to his gun and on his shoulder. It was not easy for me.
So you really, when it comes down around when you start doing it, you realize that, oh, okay, I'm going to do this one piece at a time.
Yeah.
Let it get set up and then try and attach.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, crazy glue you can just kind of hold it for a couple seconds and it'll have enough hold to where you can put another piece on.
Yeah. Hopefully, it didn't touch your
finger,
right?
Oh no, I used acetone to get it off because my fingers were covered.
You were sharing with me that this one was the most challenging.
Yeah.
Also, the coolest looking of the group.
Yeah. Well, because it had the most pieces. Because that gun, you had to break off and actually super glue onto his back. That was not a solid piece.
Now, we're talking about something that a lot of you experts and people who have been in the field a long time will find is just novice information, but there are a lot of people that are coming into this genre of gaming with miniatures for the first time, and sometimes the elitism or the lexicon that you guys use, sometimes it creates a barrier. So what we're going to try and do is just talk about things as we find them, and see if we can find an easier way to talk to people trying to come into this.
I mean, one of the most appealing things that really drew me to Infinity over maybe some of the other games is that I grew up and I heard about Warhammer, and it was just you had so many pieces. It was just so many pieces, and this you could come in with a squad of like 4 to 6 figures and play, and that's nice because you don't have to spend all night painting or have blocks to move your troops.
Right.
So to speak.
I tried to get into Warhammer more than one time with my cousin, and we both got a bunch of stuff, started assembling them, maybe even based or painted a few figs, and that's as far as we got. The best times we ever had doing that was when we went to cons and they had pre-painted armies and we were able to use them. It was a lot of fun to do that, but being able to build your squad, and what we're going to do now is base them, and obviously you can use putty to fill these things in and then base them with different grasses and gravel and stuff like that. Right now we're not even worried about that. We're just going to talk about spray painting and having to get an even coat and what that kind of means to the look of these things and how easy it'll be to paint afterwards. So when we come back, we'll show you that.